All right, top 5 Dolphin head coaches. Number 5, I got Brian Flores. Defensive mastermind, had that Patriots pedigree, and he was real pressure heavy. 20 and 21, had the first back-to-back winning seasons in 20 years. Had a winning season, they still let him go. And number 4, Tony Sperano. From the Bill Parcells coaching tree, this guy was blue collar, no nonsense. 2007, they went 1-15. Sperano came in, and they were 11-5 and made the playoffs. That's a 10-win turnaround. It's the biggest in NFL history. The only coach to ever make the playoffs after a 1-win season. The Wildcat, Ricky had a resurgence, and it was just an overall a magical year. But it was slowly downhill after that, and he was fired in 2011. Number 3, a guy I like is Dave Wanstead, who had a lot of success in Miami. 11-5, 11-5, 10-6, playoffs twice, and he was from the Jimmy Johnson coaching tree. And he liked veteran guys, Jay Fiedler. They had some big-time defenses early in his tenure. 2002, he made his big move, traded for Ricky. Ricky had that monster year. And then 2004, when Ricky retired, Wanstead had kind of hitched his success to Ricky, which wasn't a bad move, but when Ricky retired, everything imploded. They were 1-8 and they fired him. Personally, I think Wanstead did well. Maybe he was dealt a bit of a rough hand with the unpredictability of Ricky Williams. But I guess you live by the sword, you die by the sword, right? Number 2, Jimmy Johnson, Hall of Famer. He's really credited with shepherding Miami into modernity, from the Shula era, which was very old school, into modern football, which was speed-based, draft for the future. Could just kind of modernize the game. Didn't knock your socks off. This was a tail end of Marino's career. Didn't have a losing season. Made the playoffs 3 times, won 2 playoff games. But what Jimmy did is he set them up for the following decade, because Jimmy Johnson was a draft genius. Drafted Jason Taylor in the 3rd round. Drafted Zach Thomas in the 5th round. Patrick Surtain, Sam Madison. Went and signed Brock Marion out of free agency. Built the core of some very good defenses for the next decade. 1999 divisional playoffs. They played Jacksonville and lost 62-7. Marino's last game. Jimmy Johnson retired after that. Kind of had an ugly ending, but I got Johnson at number 2 just because of the significance of what he did transitioning from Marino and Shula. Speaking of Shula, number 1, of course, is Don Shula. And you know, I became a huge Don Shula fan because dude was a badass, man. Like, the Dolphins were shitty when he took him over. They're basically an expansion team. And look at this. He's just breaking off winning seasons like it's nothing. I think they had 1, maybe 2 losing seasons with him. No, he's Belichick before Belichick. I think he's in the conversation of GOAT. He built a machine. He himself was an institution. Part of his genius was that he wasn't tied to a system. He was adaptable. The first half of his career, he was a smash-mouth football team. Hit you in the mouth, dominate possession of the ball. That's how they won games. Drafts Marino, flips it on his head. Now he's throwing the ball all over the yard and scoring, 50 points. He adapted to what he had. He wasn't tied to a system, like I said. He was tied to winning. Proof is in the pudding here. He coached from 1970 to 1995. 25 years. Impressive, much respect. It's a top 5. Let me know what you think down low. I know I might have some disagreement, 3, 4, and 5 here. That's okay. But here's a metric. See, I'm still trying to perfect the metric as far as head coaches go. I think it weighed Mike McDaniel a little too high with the playoff appearance in the offense. But here's me and the metric side by side. Me and the metric at the top, always going to agree pretty much. Those are kind of obvious. It gets a little more interpretive down 3 through 5 here. I like Wanstead and Sperano. Then I squeeze Flores in. But anyway, a real discussion, Shula Belichick. I mean, of course it's going to be Belichick, but I really think Shula is a lot closer than people realize.